NASA sent people to the moon from April 1st to April 11th. It's the first time in over 50 years. And right now, millions of people are searching Artemis 2 shirts, hoodies, and stickers. This is one of the biggest trends, niches I've seen all year. And most POD sellers are completely sleeping on it. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to find the best-selling designs in this niche and how to make your own with AI in about 5 minutes, and where to upload them so you can start making money this week. I've already uploaded designs in this niche and they are getting some traction. If you're brand new to print on demand, that's POD for short, this video is perfect for you. POD means you put a design on a t-shirt, mug, or sticker, or whatever product that you're selling, and a company like Amazon, Redbubble, Gelato, Printify, they print and ship it to your customer for you. Okay, you never touch the product, you just collect the money when it sells, right? Now, obviously different platforms, there's different things that you can do, okay? So for example, like Etsy or your own website takes a little bit more of marketing and driving customer service and driving traffic to your products. But with like trends like this, you get more attention with these type of products or these ideas because people are searching and buying right now. And if you're already selling and looking for your next winning niche, stay for the whole video. I'm going to break down 7 sub niches inside of the Artemis trend, plus the exact AI prompts I use to create designs. Make sure you smash that like button. Let's get into the content. And just so you're aware, my name is RJ Martinez. I've made hundreds and thousands of dollars online. I do this full time. So when I tell you about a niche that's hot, I'm not guessing. I just understand it and I want to share with you to help you understand what is going on. Okay, first, let me explain what Artemis 2 actually is, because if you don't understand the trend, you can't make a good design for it, right? Artemis 2 is a NASA mission. So NASA is they're the U.S. government agency that does space stuff, basically. Artemis 2 is going to send 4 astronauts, which they already did, and they already came back. And this is a big deal. The last time humans went anywhere near the moon was in 1972. That's over 50 years ago, right? So most people alive today have never seen this happen in their lifetime, which is really cool. Now, I'm going to break down everything in this video, okay? You don't get overwhelmed with what I'm sharing with you. I'm just going to break it down to give you an understanding of what you can do when it comes to this, okay? The crew is historic too as well. Commander Red Wiseman is a Navy test pilot. Pilot Victor Glover be the first black astronaut to fly to the moon. So the first black astronaut to fly to the moon, that's big right there. Christina was the first woman assigned to a lunar mission. That's another good idea, right? Now, we're not trying to infringe in any way. I'm explaining this to you because we're trying to make more of a general style design, okay? And which is not, we're not trying to use anyone's name, any of these astronauts' name. So that means a trip to the moon, and Jeremy Hassan will be the first Canadian astronaut to go to deep space. We got a woman, then we get the first black astronaut, and then the Canadian astronaut. So there's 3 big things right there, right? That in mind is like the general, when we're going over everything in this right here, and how you can create your own unique design behind this. It was scheduled to launch in 2025, but the rocket called the SLS Space Launch System, the capsule the astronaut ride in, is called Iron. So there are 2 keywords you want to remember, okay? They matter for your designs and your tag. You're uploading these designs to Amazon or Etsy or your own website, certain things like that. Now, just like I told you, just be very careful when it comes to trademarks or copyrights. Any of this stuff, when it comes to anything like this is very important, right? Miss anything when it comes to, and you don't want to infringe on anything, right? So you can see right here, we come down right here. You've seen this Wednesday, so April 1st to April 11th, which was me recording this video. This happened yesterday. It's already over. No, this is an evergreen niche right here. I believe this is going to turn into an evergreen niche where this is more of like a souvenir style t-shirt. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this. And then you definitely want to stay away from anything with NASA, anything like that, because that's very, very important. You don't want to infringe on anything like that. All right, let me show you why this niche is a gold mine right now. Number 1, search interest is climbing fast. Okay, it's at its peak right now. Every time NASA makes an announcement about the Artemis 2, Google searches basically spike, right? and their searches turn into buyers on Amazon and Etsy and just searching all over the internet, right? So this is important when it comes to something like this. Is one first things first is like, okay, you see this trend, it's spiked up like crazy, but like one thing you always want to keep in mind is like how you're going to get ahead if something else happens. Like, okay, now number two, NASA stuff is mostly the public domain, but public domain means it's free to use. NASA images and logos and mission patches, most of them are not copyrighted. That means you can use a lot of the NASA imagery as inspiration without worrying about getting in trouble. But right now, a big warning here. I said most, not all. Can't slap the official NASA logo on a shirt and sell it. The NASA logo, that round blue circle everyone knows, that is trademark. NASA, okay, don't use that. But general space imagery, moon, photos, NASA took, those are public domain. Now, this is crazy because he's like, you researching a lot of this stuff and going over a lot of information. I will plug this into your, like, if you get a little confused here, plug this into ChatGPT or Claude AI, and I'll show you the search that I did too as well, because I feel like this is, when it comes to anything like this, you have to understand trademarks and copyrights, and this is important. Now, me personally, when it comes to anything like this, I would create my own different types of images. Let's say like the first Canadian on the moon, right? You can literally, I would, something more general like that, not confusing yourself. I want to say, am I infringing or anything like that? You don't want to do that, right? And then number three, the niche has multiple audiences. You've multiple audiences. Think about, like, let's think about like space nerds. So you got patriotic Americans, science teachers, kids who had a dream of being an astronaut, proud Canadians, right? This is big right here. You've even got people celebrating the first woman headed to the moon. Each of those are sub niches. Each one is a different shirt, right? So you can see how powerful that is right there. Now, number four, this niche was keep growing. The Artemis 2 hasn't even launched yet. Well, it has launched, right? So it went and came back already. That means every single update from here on out is most likely going to do like a massive spike. But right now, that trend is it's riding, right? It's going. Now, number five, it's a low competition niche right now. I checked, but there are some sellers in the niche already, and they are crushing it with, different space shirts. And we're going to go over certain ideas, certain concepts when it comes to all this stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and research and show you exactly what is selling right now. Now, if we come down right here, you scroll down right here, right? You're seeing that big spike. But then if we come down over here, you can see like related topics and then related queries. You can see mission to moon, NASA moon to the moon, right? Moon mission 2026, right? So there's just some really cool stuff here. You go over another page too. Artemis 2 launch. Okay, what is it? Which we already broke all down, but there's some different ideas. And Google Trends is a really cool place to do your research and like come up with different types of ideas. So there's a lot of good stuff over here. So if I wanted to come down, like right here, mission to moon, like a trending topic, you can see like it went up and then it's dropping, right? It came down. This is going to be one of those ones that's going to be an evergreen style type of niche. And then you can just come on here and just look at different keywords and what people are searching for. Okay, so I'm looking at the Amazon hot new releases. This is one of my favorite pages to look at when it comes to researching on Amazon, because you see these new designs that just you can see how they just take off. Now, there's a lot of like trademark stuff on here that if you don't have the rights to create or use the logo, then you can't do it, right? So, but if you come over here, you're seeing this one, for example, like NASA wouldn't do anything like that unless you have the rights to do it. You can see the Artemis 2026, and then you can see what they did with this one right here with the flag. And then same thing with this one. Look at these BSRs though, 17K, 13K. We know that there's a demand over here. Return to the moon, a lunar flyby mission. You can see something like that, right? And then Artemis 2, 2026. Look at this, is crushing. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then Project Hail Mary. And then some of these, it looks like some of these may be even related to it, right? When it comes to looking at the spaceships and stuff, like look at something like this. Artemis 2026 return to the moon. You can see they're using just a rocket with the moon in the background with that retro style. And look at it, it's doing really good. And there's like a simple one with a little, like a moon in the background, right? So you can see like this whole front page is crushing it with the Artemis 2, the hot one, right? And you can see how they're doing their design, just to give you an idea. Another cool one. So the whole front page, we got, let's go down. Got a goose, it's a cool one. Artemis 2, you can see right there. There's another one. And then you can even go to page 2. So we can see how the whole front page, definitely a demand. When I look at this type of stuff, I'm looking for a demand. We're looking at BSR and the demand behind it, okay? That is the main goal. And you can see here's another over here on the second page. And it's like number 60. You can see like the rankings over there, which is pretty cool. Okay, there's 73. back to the moon, Artemis 2 2026. Here's another one. So you can see even on the second page, it's over here crushing it. Okay, so you can see how well it's doing over here when it comes to looking at any of this. Now, I feel like if you don't feel comfortable in any of these designs, don't do it. If you don't understand it, you don't understand what's going on here. I will double check everything I'm sharing with you. Just always double check for trademarks and copyrights, because if you get confused and you don't know what you're doing, then don't do it. Right? I've always said that over the years of doing print on demand. If you don't understand it, don't do it. There's a few different ideas that I came up with. So back to the moon, right? First woman to the moon, Canadian in space. That's cool, right? Artemis generation, retro space, vintage moon, teacher, science teacher, STM, and funny space puns. So like you can kind of see, I need space, Houston, we have a problem again, stuff like that. But now I'm just sharing this with you, kind of give you an idea like how you would break down a niche like this or something that's trending, and you get the concept, right? Now, when I share this with you, right, just going to repeat this again, is always double check for trademarks and copyrights and understand exactly what you're doing when it comes, okay? And this is the prompt that I went ahead and put into Ideogram, just to give you an idea of how you can create something with AI, which is pretty solid, right? Back to the moon 2026. You can see what this one is. This one's really good. And then back to the moon. This one's solid too. I like this one. This one's my favorite one. But you can see how I went ahead and generate that. Now, with a cool thing with this, you can literally just switch out a few different things when it comes to this. Like, so for example, let's go back to that. So back to the moon. Okay, first, let's say we want to do something like this, right? And instead of that text, the style, right? And we just want to put, where are we at right here? We can literally just switch this out. Boom, first woman to the moon, right? And let's go ahead and hit send. And then we'll go ahead and you can see how fast it creates an image for us, which is very powerful. A first woman to the moon. That's cool, right? So see, obviously it messes up the design a little bit sometimes, but that's normal. But it did a pretty good job with some of these, right? Pretty powerful. And then if you want research done for you, I have the top research design vault. You get access to 1,920 niches, as you're going to see right here on the screens, $10 a month. You get 20 niches every single week. You get the niche, you get the keywords, you get the link, your competition score, and then you get the idea of how to go into a certain niche to help you create your own unique design and be different from the rest of the competition. And then not only that, with every single niche, you get a prompt idea to give you inspiration for that design. Literally that alone, it's the prompt ideas helps you and saves you so much time and helps you create even more. It gives you more inspiration and unique ideas. And that's going to be down below in the description. A lot of people have a good success back there, and which is really cool to see when people message me to let me know that, I made my first sale. So definitely check that out down below in the description. Now, I hope this breakdown helped you out to understand exactly what is going on and how people are making sales and making profit from this. And you can see like this is one of those niches that is crushing it and making a lot of sales right now. And all I ask is that you smash that like button. If you have any questions or concerns, leave a comment down below. And if you want more low competition niche research done for you, watch this video right here. I do this every single week, break down ideas to help you grow your business.